Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Nathan from GFXFraternity here, and today I have a quick tutorial for you of how to make a seamless floor like you see right now. And just to tell you, a seamless floor, I can't even say it now, seamless floor, there we go, is pretty much a floor that still gets reflections, shadows, but it also acts as a background so that it never ends. And I'm going to show you how to make that. So we're going to start a new scene here, and this is really simple. So all you need is a floor and a background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it reflective to even show it can get reflections. And we'll go with that color. That's a weird color, but it works. So we're going to look at it like this for now. And if you see, it only goes this far, so a lot of people think it's going to cut off. And oh, we gotta add it to the background too. As you can see, the real color is a lot brighter than the floor, and it's gonna do that. But it can still act as a floor and get the reflections. If I can open this up, still get the reflections that we need. So I'm just gonna grab a sky there, and we're gonna use that sky as our light source. So just kind of go in here, and now if we render this, as you can see, we're getting all the reflections, but then since we want to see the background, we're actually going to make it to where you cannot see that. Try this one more time. Okay, so you can see the background, and it's a lot brighter than the floor, and the floor is reflecting everything. This isn't. So now here's something really easy and very effective. If you click on your floor, you're going to right click on it actually, go to Cinema 4D Tags, Compositing, and click Compositing Background. Now if you see this, boom, it's going to get this right away. But when you usually have a project, you're going to be looking down at something, but also if you want it to but plus it's lighting up this entire place with the sky, so that's something that shouldn't have done. If we actually, you know what, I have a Grayscale Gorilla Light Kit, so we're just going to get an overhead softbox. So if we now look at this, render it very quickly, you're going to see that this is brighter, and it keeps going on and on forever. But if we even bump up this reflections even more, you can see that we get the reflection of our capsule, but it also keeps going on forever again. And what this reminds me of is you have it's brighter in here, it gets dark out here, it reminds me of a gradient, and this actually does work with gradients, so I'm going to bring that back down again. So if you go into your gradient, and I'm going to make it a circular because that's what I use the most, make the inside white, and make this a dark gray. So now we got this. It's on both of these still since that's how it was put, but now if you look, the floor is completely like this the whole time, and it doesn't work out, and we don't want this. So this is where a lot of people don't know how to fix that, since we already have the compositing background, and that's what we needed to do for a solid color. But since we have a gradient, it makes it a bit different. If you actually go onto the floor, click on the material itself, you're going to get a bunch of these, and what we want to mess with is a projection. If you change your projection to frontal, you'll see that it actually has two right here for now, but if we go ahead and change this to our normal render settings, there we go. It's only showing the one gradient, but it's not showing up on the back, which is okay because when we render it, we have the gradient that goes from mouse battery error. Looks like my magic mouse battery is dying a bit. So right now that inside looks a little bit too bright, so what we're going to do is just kind of bring this down here and then bring this to a black. So as you can see, it goes from the bright in the middle to the darker on the outside. And the great thing is when we render it, it shows up the exact same way, just like it's vignetting, and it works perfectly. You can go from any angle and it still is fine. looks like we have a bit of horizon right here. And the only reason that is because this overhead light is producing a lot of light on one area, and it's not producing it all the way out to the edges, which makes, from that angle, it makes it look brighter, and then it gets darker. So that's the only reason it did not work as much there. But if you go to like a nice view like this, whoops, as you can see, that was a project I was just working on. If you go to like a view like this, it's still going to work fine. You're going to get all your reflections. So if we still want those reflections, we should be able to bump the reflection all the way up. See how that looks? Probably going to look pretty funny. Actually, not too much. Still get the really nice reflections. Ah, that's good. Still get the really nice reflections, very subtle, and it still works fine. And it doesn't mess with anything bad. And plus, if you always have if you make this color a light, so I'll go ahead and like make that like that or something, and then put it over here on the capsule itself. You can see it still captures the light and everything, and it doesn't mess up any of that. So, thanks for watching. This has been Nathan from GFXFraternity. Please comment if you like this tutorial, and like it if you actually liked it. Favorite it if you liked it even more. This has been one of those random tutorials that might not have even been important, but it still helps out your animations and pictures a lot. This has been Nathan again, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.